So typically, you'll be starting with a new upload. And the way this will work is when you first order an ad in your order entry system, it will take about approximately 10 minutes for that information to flow over to ExpanseNet. So there's a little bit of a lag that's important to keep in mind. The information doesn't come across instantly, but it's pretty quick. I'm sorry? So once that information has come through and you have an ad number, and I'm just going to grab one of my example numbers over here, what you'll do is you'll take the number from the ticket and you'll come to the search bar here and just enter in that number. Oops, what happened there? I'm in the wrong spot. I'm in the search bar. So you want to be in your ExpanseNet search. So I'm just going to go ahead and click there. And you can see that it's bringing up a link with the order number from the ticket for the ad. Also, if I go back to the grid view, that's what it would look like. So once I call up that number, I just click on that link. And from here, you're brought to this screen with the center icon that says new, telling you that this is a new order. Nothing at this point has been uploaded to production for this order. So at this point, what you would want to do is you would want to select all of the files that need to be sent over to production for this job. So this would include your layout information, any artwork, and you'll be able to add special instructions using this field here. So what I'm going to first do is I'm going to select my files. I'm going to use this middle option here, Upload Files. And a new window opens up. I'm going to select files, just click there. I have a folder on my desktop containing all of the elements of the ad. So here I have my layout, and just to take a quick look at the layout, this is just a basic handwritten set of instructions. Just needs to be legible, but nothing particularly sophisticated. Handwritten with just some clear visual indication as to where the information should be laid out and approximately how big. Obviously here we've got the prices are kind of larger. So it's just a visual set of instructions that production will use to put your ad together. So that will be part of what you upload here. In addition to your layout, you want to include any artwork. So if you have any photos, logos, any type of line art, that would all get uploaded here. And also, if you had a Word document or a text file containing the verbiage of the ad, the actual ad copy, you'd be uploading that here as well. So here I have a Word document. I'm going to include that as part of my upload. So my Word document will contain my ad copy. I'm also going to include my layout. If I hold down the Shift key, it's going to allow me to select multiple files at a time. So in addition to my Word document and my layout, I'm also going to select my artwork, this photo, and click Open. So once I do that, you can see that the screen has changed a bit. You can see that ExpanseNet is recognizing the different types of files that I'm uploading. The first one is my Word document, so that's correctly identified as text. There's actually another option here for image, but where this is a Word document, that's a text file for sure. And my photo here is an image, JPEG, so that's the house photo that I'm uploading, my artwork. And the layout is also considered an image. That's the visual instructions for how to put the ad together. So once I've selected everything that I need here, I confirm my upload. And if you notice here, just a second ago under uploaded files, in parentheses here it said 0. There was nothing uploaded at that time. But once you have selected your files to upload, you can click at that tab and you can see confirmation of everything that's been uploaded, the date, the time, the file name, the type of file. So this is really useful if you have maybe a couple of pieces, elements that will go in an ad, and you need to come back a little bit later to upload more. You want to just kind of review what's already been uploaded. You can always find that here under Uploaded Files. So a couple other fields in here, add instructions. If you have special instructions that you want to include to send along to production with your ad, you could include those here. If there were specific colors that you wanted used in the ad, you could note that here. Any type of special information, if you know names of specific fonts that the advertiser is requesting, any type of really specific production information, you could note that all here. Once you've entered in any type of information like that, you can just click Return to Ad Summary, and that's going to bring us back to the previous screen here. So once you've done that, once you've uploaded your files, you can check under the Uploaded Files tab to make sure everything's there, looks good, add any special instructions. The final step that you'll need to complete in order to send these ads through to production is that you're going to need to come over here to the Assets Received menu bar. And by default, when you're first working on an order, this is going to be set to none. If we were to leave this at none, even though I've uploaded files, those files will not be pushed through to production. So that's kind of important to remember. The final step here to send those files through would be to change this menu to Complete Ready to Build. So that's going to tell production that all of the elements needed to complete this ad have been uploaded, it's ready to go, it's ready to build. You do have two other options here. This one being partial, not ready to build. And this sort of relates back to what I mentioned. If you have a handful of files uploaded and you needed to come back later, maybe there was some additional information to come, you could select partial, not ready to build. And with this option, just like with none, nothing comes across to production. So this just allows you to come back and upload additional files later. The third option actually that we have in the middle here is partial ready to build. So this would be in an instance where you may have not necessarily all of the elements of the ad, but you'd like us to get it started, kind of build a partial shell of the ad. Maybe you had some photos or artwork that would come later. You could choose partial ready to build. Now the difference between these two being partial ready to build will send those files through to production. So if you choose that option, we'll build you a partial proof and send that along. May not have all the elements, but we'll build what we can. But most often, the option that you'll probably be using is complete ready to build for those instances where you have all the files, everything's ready to go, and we're ready to start the ad. So if I go here and click complete ready to build, and wait just a second, you can see that now the icon in the middle looks a little bit different. I have this green check mark, and that's an indication to you that those files have been successfully sent over to production. So once you see that you've received that green check mark and you've selected complete ready to build, you're done. The upload process is complete. All of the files will be sent to production. Production will get to work on your ad, and a proof will be coming shortly thereafter. So at this point, does anybody have any questions about this upload process, sending the files over to production, and the special instructions that you can include?
Under assets received, where it has none, and the one right up under it, can you go back to that?
Yeah. None and partial ready to, not ready to build?
What's the difference between those?
There really isn't much of a difference. There really isn't.
Either one, you could do either.
That's right. Yeah, none is the default. So every time you call up a new order and nothing has been uploaded or sent through to production, it's always going to say none. Partial, not ready to build could just be like a little notation for your own, memory, just that you've uploaded maybe a handful of things, but those haven't been sent through yet. Yes, that's correct. Any ad instructions that you add here, there's nowhere to hit return or save. You can just.
Where it says save ad instructions.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, actually, you're right. I apologize. I should have hit that. You're absolutely right.
And that's
So.
what we're going to put in web ad.
Yeah, exactly. This would be for any special instructions that you have. Yeah, I apologize. You're right. I should have said that. Blue and red as colors, whatever type of information you need to send through to production. And yes, please do hit save ad instructions, and that will carry it over. And if you needed to go back in before selecting complete ready to build, you could add more. You can always come back in and add to this list whatever information, save ad instructions, and return to summary. So I just wanted to make sure that that is clear. As far as the assets received is concerned, these top two options are not going to send anything through to production. It's the bottom two. So partial ready to build and complete ready to build are what are actually going to tell production to begin work on the ad. So I just want to make sure everybody understands that. These top two options will not. And there really is not much difference between the top two. None and partial not ready to build basically mean the same thing. So once everything has been uploaded, you've got your green check mark, which lets you know that those files have been sent through to production. What will happen is then production will begin working on the ad, and you will receive a proof on the ad. And the way the proofing process works is you will receive an email notification.